everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another reading. I'm so excited for what is about to occur next week. Well, we are now in February and let's see what the reading is saying. Okay, I just opened up and I want to just put these cards back in, back into its neutral position, which is the upright. Let's see what's coming. The World. This is a travel card. Someone's going to be traveling. Yeah, this is a travel card. Someone's really going to be traveling. I'm excited for you. Page of Inspiration but reversed. Okay, Page of Wands is usually like this passion, this fire inside you. It is fire energy, so fire inside you is calling or needing to just put out something. Something needs to be like just really released, whether it's a project. Maybe for some of you it's a project that you have been working on for a long time, and if this was upright, it would mean you're getting started with it. Something's like telling you, hey, let's go. However, it isn't upright, which means there is a distraction. What is distracting you right now to going going all in on this project? What is the one thing that is holding you back? Yeah, what is actually stopping you from kind of going like, right, it's time to go all in, blast it out, put out the content that you need to, or whether make that art that you need to, set up that business that you need to, get that project finished that you need to. What is stopping you? What is distracting you? That's something to consider. Something is distracting you. Maybe it's the people around you. Maybe the environment that you have put yourself in is not conducive to your most productive self. Maybe it is your habits. Maybe it's your habits. We are in a new month. What a great time to kind of set those intentions one more time, set those habits one more time, so that you are past the whole, so that you can put your full energy into this one thing, put it out there, really go for it and actually get it finished and out there. For some of you, this is going to be a money maker. So your energy needs to be pristine. I'll give an example for me. I'm stepping more and more into my role of a healer, and kind of my spiritual growth recently has been like, I can't describe it. It's just been like accelerated, really accelerated, and so many lessons and things have become so aware that I'm actually like, I'm walking and I'm like, I catch myself when I'm in my ego. Before that wasn't the case. Now I catch myself, wait, I'm in my ego in this situation. So I'm now able to pick it up so quickly, and that is as a result of consistent shadow work, consistent meditation, consistent healing modalities, playing around with healing modalities, becoming a healer myself. And as a healer, as my job, it is to make sure that my energy is pristine. And maybe for some of you, maybe you're not a healer, but you are in some sort of a field where your energy required has to be pristine. It really needs to allow you to flow the ideas, the things that you want. I've recently dived into Ayurveda. I'm starting the course next week. I'm diving into recipes, the herbs and everything that I need to really develop. I'm completely becoming into this medicine woman, which I never envisioned myself to become. And I actually, I've made quite a few changes. Those include basically no alcohol. I'm legit like cutting down on coffee so much. And this is an experiment because I've been having coffee, especially black coffee, for the last 10 years. And I've never actually thought about it this deeply before, that perhaps my body's just not suited to it. Because I had some health issues come up, and they started when I started having coffee like 10 years ago. That's when I actually originally started. Before that, I would have it now and again, and it would be milder versions, but the kind of like strong black coffee, sometimes 2 to 3 cups a day, very bad. That's what it used to be. And now, like, my habits are really coming in order, and when I don't follow those nudges, when I don't make my energy pristine, I'm actually facing health issues like in real time straight away. Before maybe there was a lag, a couple of days later it's compounded. Now it's like I really think Spirit is literally telling me you need to do it right now. Now is the time. You're stepping into your higher power and you need to go about it. So what health issue is coming up that is actually a distraction, that is actually stopping you from putting out what you need to? The other thing I also get is, who are you surrounding yourself with? You know, maybe you live with people who perhaps don't need to follow such a pristine, I don't want to say discipline, I will change that word into devoted routine of yours, and who is kind of part of it on a day-to-day basis. Maybe you are living with a partner, maybe you're living with a certain family, you know, and maybe they're not on the same journey as you, and that will be a little bit harder. And it will require a higher level of activation energy for you to get out of that what is the word called? To get out of that kind of slump in some ways, you know, when it's easier to be like, oh, do I really need to do this today, you know, and someone else is like saying, yeah, just take a day, you know, relax, you can do it the next day. This is where you need a coach or someone to like get you going, you know, an accountability coach, maybe someone who's going to set your plan, someone who's going to tell you, hey, look, we know that your circumstances are not conducive to it. The other thing you can also do is like, you know, move alone, but that's not always possible. And sometimes we don't want to do that. You know, we don't always want to do that, but it will require for you to be very pristine with your energy, and make sure that you surround yourself with people who are conducive to your next level of goals. Be mindful of that, because something is being birthed out of you, and it's potentially a moneymaker, big moneymaker, and you cannot have distractions. Okay. Next card, the Magician. Yes, you are in creation mode. You're about to create something very beautiful. Something that has perhaps been dormant within you for a while. Maybe it's a project that you started a long time ago, you had some inkling, some ideas, and now you're kind of like, I'm stepping all into it. I'm creating this. I am going full on with this thing because it lights up my soul. It brings me so much magic and so much fulfillment in my life that I'm ready to step into that version of myself that is going to make that happen. So the Magician card is all about that. It's about stepping into that version of yourself that is going to make that happen. Manifestation, creation mode. Do check those videos out. Somewhere on YouTube there are many different spiritual teachers as well as actual manifestation teachers who basically connect with someone who you really resonate with, who can actually show you how to manifest what you want, and you're going to have to practice those techniques and things very diligently. I'm setting up an entire, even with Ayurveda, there's a lot to learn. Yes, there's a diet aspect of it, but there's also mantras, which is effectively like affirmations, daily mantras to say, as well as doing meditation, yoga, asanas, just the lifestyle, how you live your life. It's a big change in my life that I'm facing right now. And for some of you, this will look similar in different ways. Not necessarily just Ayurveda, but maybe it's like something else that you'll need to adapt quite quickly, because you have finite energy, right? You have finite energy of your inspiration. How long does a motivation truly last? When the self-doubt and thoughts come over, then the motivation dwindles and then things don't get done. So that is a call for you to say that your motivation is not going to last forever, but if you have conducive routines or people that are helping you achieve this goal, then it's going to be much easier to get it done. Otherwise, it's another year just gone like that. 3 of materials, 3 of pentacles. Ooh. This is very different imagery compared to what the normal 3 of pentacles is. However, I do get collaboration. Collaborate. It's time to collaborate. Maybe you want to be part of like a community, group coaching, one-to-one coaching. Find a really good coach. I've just said those messages before they appeared, but it still stands. Like, that's what you are needing right now to step into the next level. Yeah. Ooh. So in my mind, something just come up that a big doubt for a lot of you is, how is it going to happen? How am I meant to do this? Where do I even start? What do I even do? where do I even start with this? So, and that is very individualistic. It depends on what problem you're facing. Again, I just come to the thing that maybe it's just time to see a coach. But often that would look something like, say, if you're starting a business, you don't necessarily just right now need a business plan. What you need is to define your product. You know, what exactly are you selling? If it's a service-based business, you need to kind of like work out what this, like, you don't need to know everything, but you need to have a rough draft of what you're trying to do, right? That would look something like, and I would say before you dive into money, maybe it's time to really think about first, what can you do right now with your resources available? Who could you contact? What marketing strategy could you use? You might want to dive into that. I don't want you to dive into it in a full like loophole, because that can happen. I remember that happening to me last year, and it keeps you in analysis paralysis, because you're like, what is the best method? What is the best marketing strategy? What is the best marketing funnel? Which social media platform should I use? It's not really necessarily about that. I'll just give an example of my path. I followed what brought me most joy most of the time. And we do get 6 of inspirations, which is 6 of wands, which is public recognition, victory. So what do people ask about you? What do they associate you as? Are you, like, for me, sometimes, like, people, I remember I went to a party in Berlin when I used to live there, and someone was like, hey, you're the Reiki girl. And I was like, huh, yeah, I am. I guess, yeah, I am. Because I used to do Reiki for people there. And at the time, I was known for doing Reiki for people. And so I was the Reiki girl, which is great because people see you as that, which means you start off with the one thing that people see you as. Because if you start off with that one thing, what that would mean is you start honing those skills and other things will come into your reality automatically. And that happened to me because I was like, I was doing Reiki for other people. A studio just came to me where I would be doing Reiki healing for others, and this wonderful studio, the owner of the studio also knew another person who was a who did certifications for self-defense instructors, and I joined her and I got my self-defense instructor qualification from her, and that path opened up, and those were my money-making avenues as well as doing exactly what I wanted to do, what I loved and what I knew was part of my purpose. That's how it will work. You won't see the path straight away. And even before that, like when I was doing Reiki locally for people, you know, in Germany where I was living, and I was living in a small town, I would do it for people around me in my community. They would offer like their services in exchange. Someone would give me honey, you know, that they have, they're a beekeeper, so they would give me homegrown honey, which is beautiful. Like, that's how life should be. That is how life is meant to be. A community where you are all helping each other and sharing your most precious gifts out there with everyone. It was beautiful. And I know it's not so possible out there in the world right now. Not in every city anyways, but in this part of the world, it definitely was. And I'm so, so grateful that I got to experience that. So what are you known for? What do people come to you? Maybe some people come to you just for tarot readings, or they come to you for your, gosh, I'm trying to think of one. maybe you are really good at doing nails, someone's nails. You're just really good at that. Maybe you have a massage business. Maybe you're a hypnotherapist. Maybe you have an immense gift of languages. That's what I was doing. I do have that gift. I in exchange of teaching English whilst I was in Germany, I was getting a lot of other services available to me from the gifts of the community, you know, or what other people had their gifts. You know, we were exchanging that way, and it was just such a beautiful flow. And yeah, so what are you already good at? It's time to monetize on that. Six of Voices, which is actually Six of Swords. It's your inner voice that is telling you that there are obstacles, some things just cannot happen. You're kind of being derailed so much. And again, this links with the distraction card that I got earlier, which is Page of Inspiration but reversed. But it's a distraction card. You're distracted. You're distracted by other people's opinions, your inner voice, your eating habits that make you feel sluggish, your digestion is slower, which means that you do not have enough energy to be able to carry out your craft. You are constantly worried about your health issues. So how can you actually output such great content out there, great art out there, great baking skills out there, you know, whatever it is? How can you do that? So how can you do that is by taking care of your health right now. One by one. You don't need to go all out. You don't need to go buy a gym membership and all these things straight away. You just need to do one thing at a time. I've been doing that since last December, where just choosing one thing at a time. What doesn't fit? Okay, letting that go. Right, what else do I want to do? Take on this meditation practice instead of the previous one. Right, you're swapping things out. Really big message this week about set your routines and get your energy pristine. Right, I am going to switch it up and use this deck. Oh, 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐀𝐓𝐄𝐃, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Snake. I see the snake as well here. Snake is the symbol of this year. I think in Chinese New Year, this is the year of snake. Gosh, I wish I knew more about this. And I can, but I need to find the book. Otherwise, I think we have the message from it anyway, which is a cloak of wisdom. You already possess a lot of wisdom. You've already honed your craft quite a lot. Yeah, you're already pretty good at something, because you have unknowingly practiced it without even really putting effort into it, because you're just interested in it. It's where you were led. It's where your intuition led you. You're already good at it. You are enough with it, right? You have all the skills. You don't need to go out there and learn a lot more at just right this moment. You just need to take action towards something and trust that you know. Let's see what else we get. Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Absolutely stunning card. I absolutely love this deck. There's just like such beautiful imagery in there. Heart Awakening. Okay, so someone is really opening up their heart towards... And I don't just mean this is towards romantic relationships. It's almost just not even. It's more just love towards... okay, so what I get here is someone is really working on how to have unconditional love for everyone and everything around them. How do you show that, you know? And it can be difficult at times where, you know, you're in your thoughts. Sometimes you're just like... And you may not even realize it. And this is where a meditation practice or something like that may really benefit you, which is that you're kind of like in your mind thinking, gosh, well, you've just got like this normal chatter going on. And in the background, there is just this voice, which is actually running on a negative chatter, a chatter that you don't even realize. So paying attention to your thoughts here is really important. But if you have come into realization, gosh, my attention has been onto this, it's almost led you to this big heart awakening. And that is a sign of a big spiritual growth as well, reaching closer and closer to this oneness. And this will be more like an ego death for some of you. I know for me, it definitely looked like that. It definitely looked like an ego death, but it's very much a bigger opening, like much bigger opening than you could have even realized. And that has come as a result of deeper healing. So someone has experienced that. Your heart is awakened to further depths of yourself and further learning that will lead you to the oneness that you are seeking. And that oneness is achieved by practicing unconditional love in your everyday life, catching the ego as much as possible. Catching the ego as much as possible, in becoming just simply aware where your energy is going. Again, pristine energy is what I get. Where is your energy going that it's just leaking out? What are the leakages that you're having, you know? And it's time to get it all pristine, time to get everything in order. Beautiful message. Last deck. I'm aware of the time, so I'm just gonna see what comes up in this deck. Gosh, nothing's jumping out. Am I meant to use this deck? Let's get the top card. Loneliness. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude. And that's when kindred spirits can finally come. Oh, okay, what a nice message. And it links with the cards that I have just pulled out, and I was talking about how do you reach that oneness, and that is by practicing your unconditional love and catching the ego when it's trying to tell you, no, do this, it's time to do this. And it's actually, for this purposes, it's talking about loneliness. So someone may be fearing that if you say your truth, or if you follow, and you know that what you need to do, really, you already know the answer you seek, to trust what you know what you need to do exactly, but you're worried that by following the path that you are truly meant to follow, you will be lonely, that you will be alone, you're the only one who's doing it. But in fact, the message that I get here is you might be the leader of it. You might be a way shower, showing someone else what this path looks like, that it is possible for you. By following your intuitive nudges, your this visceral feeling in your body, you will know what to do, and when you act upon it, you're showing others that they are also open to follow that path, that they can also do it. You're showing them the way. And you are saying to them, you don't have to always stay this way. You don't have to always achieve, do, and get things done, live in a fear state of money and all these things. But you are not stepping into your leadership skills, your leadership role, because you're afraid of doing it alone. And if you do feel lonely about that, I'm telling you, there are so many other people out there, a community of leaders that you can join, you know, a group of leaders that you can join. Yeah, there are a group of leaders out there. They also have their community, you know, who are also leading the path for other people. And that's a higher level community. If you want to be part of the higher level community, people who are going out there, really doing things to better the humanity, making this world a better place, you know, introducing practices, things that are really going to make this place much better. And if you feel that is your path, then and you're scared of the loneliness, as soon as you step onto the path, go along with it, the right people will come along. So that is something you don't have to worry about. Okay. I feel done. I feel complete. Yeah, there's lots. The biggest message I get is get your energy at a pristine level. Do not let it dwindle. Your energy matters so much right now. You need it for the crafts, for your craft, and really putting out your content, your art, or whatever it is. You need it. So get your supplements up, you know, get your food and everything just started with it. You don't need to get it all done in one day. Just get started with little things. All right. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And yeah, if you did, as always, do leave me a comment as well if this resonated with you. And I love hearing from everyone out there. I'm super open, and I love hearing stories about everyone's lives and what stages they're at. So do leave me some comments down below. I hope you have a nice week, and I'll see you in the next one.